Okay, this is War on P, and I'm going to be using it several ways today. But this shop vac just reeks of pet odor for some reason, like dog smell, because it sucks up a lot of hair. Sometimes I use it to pre-vacuum furniture, or I'll pre-vacuum floors or post-vacuum with it. You can see some of the enzyme, the War on P, is down in the bottom. This particular vacuum, you may have seen my other Craftsman, the 5.0. This one I picked up. It's a 5.5 peak horse, 5-gallon Craftsman. Picked it up at Goodwill. Whoops, need to put that clamp on there. But picked it up at Goodwill for $10, if you can believe it. It's like brand new. I'm using the Backmaster hose instead of the original smaller hose that came with it, just so I have more room to do the vacuuming. You can see here we're going to pre-vacuum all the furniture in this hotel. This is the hotel lobby. We have 2 love seats, a bench, a lounge chair, and then we also have a leather ottoman. And then I do have, I believe it's 24 dining room chairs in the breakfast room. Got my caution wet sign up. You always want to do that. That's important. If somebody walks in, and I just cleaned the carpets, if you watched the previous video, you'll see I did about a 5-minute video showing the hallways. But for insurance purposes, if someone slips, you want to make sure you have proof you had a do not slip and fall. This is a application sponge. It is microfiber and mesh on the side. I've got my bonnets. I've got my blow dryer in case I see a spot that looks suspicious and I want to dry it to see what the final results will look like. My Ryobi drill with the Velcro attachment to hold the pads. And these unmarked bottles are test products from end cap store. I think it's like a simple end cap turned into an aerosol foam with some peroxide in there. I'm not sure, but don't start calling and asking Damon. They're not available. It's a test product. I've got a case of it, and we're just trying it out. When it becomes available, we'll let you know. I had been using simple end cap, sometimes awesome end cap, in my IK foamer, and I was getting too many water droplets or drips from the foamer, and I was unable to get the results I wanted, especially on cotton. This is a cotton, most everything in here is cotton. Again, the sponge has the soft microfiber side. I'll apply the foam with that. I can also scrub. It does pretty good cleaning just on its own. And then we pad cap it. Get these pillows up out of the way. But like I was saying, I was having some water issues on delicate fabrics that are cotton blends, cotton silk blends, some wool. There's all kinds of, acrylics. And if you get too much moisture or too much liquid on there, you get water stains and creates a problem. So we're trying to get something that was solid foam, could be applied on thinly, and then take a damp pad and clean it that way. I'll show you as we get further along. Here my wife is continuing to vacuum all of the furniture. this vacuum that I did pick up for 10 bucks. I think it's like a $150 vacuum, but it looks brand new. I got all the attachments. I got the hose that came with it. And it has that diffuser on the back for sound right here. And inside of that is a little foam piece. And I put a little bit of the War-On P in that too. And it's just the exhaust that's blowing into the room is just clean, fresh air. Here's my friends for the day. This is in the lobby. This hotel is a beautiful hotel. The owner, I've been doing his hotel for many, many years, I think 2013. And I've done the hallways. I steam cleaned them once before. I have never done the furniture. This is the first time on the furniture, but they really maintain this place. I mean, it is thoroughly cleaned. All of the maids that work here do first class work. The maintenance guy, first class work. I mean, look at the fish tank, my goodness. It is so well maintained, and that's just for the fish. Imagine what the rooms look like. And you can see them in some of my videos, but here's the pad. Excuse me. And you can see the foam comes out perfectly even. I do put it on the pad so that I can smooth it on or spread it on like shaving cream. Get it on all of the areas even. And if you're applying it with this sponge is available at Walmart for $2.98 in the automotive detail section. And I did throw the other one. I bought two of them. I did some furniture earlier in the week. I threw it in the washing machine and it cleaned up beautifully. Just so you know, you can wring it out. I do wring it out in between some of the work I'm doing here in the sink. You can see even application again, which we are avoiding getting any watermarks on this cotton fabric. If I do happen to get an area that looks like maybe it's got a little too much product on there, even though it's an end cap, I have a spray bottle with some distilled vinegar in it today. I didn't bring my citric acid, which I usually use. There's no odor. But the white distilled vinegar, I mean, most people know that vinegar, it's a great cleaning product and the smell will dissipate. But you could see, spread it on evenly. Remember, I'm not trying to clean. Even though this is cleaning, you can see me scrubbing it. I'm just making sure the product is on there. The product is going to dwell, encapsulate. It dries really quick, so it's going to encapsulate any soil within the cotton fabric. I'm not trying to hot water extract this where I would be injecting the water through. And sometimes if you're using improper equipment, you can actually get the solution into the cushion, and that takes longer to dry and could create alkaline browning and wick back. There are some special tools. I think it's the scientific hand tool that you can use that actually ejects the water in and sucks it out, where it just goes right into the fiber only and then gets removed back up. But for me, you know me, Poly C, I'm trying to keep things simple. I'm always looking for ways to improve. And I will say, some of you have seen my videos where I use the microfiber glove to apply the solutions. But as NCAP Store is developing better and better potential products for dry foam cleaning of upholstery like this, I'm finding better and better and simpler ways to apply the product. This $2.98 sponge is one of them. The sides of it with the mesh, you can actually, the auto detailers use that for scrubbing. So if you did have a spot, you could turn it on its side and scrub the product in to emulsify and agitate, loosen up any spots or stains. And I did use that. I have a consignment store that I've I do all their furniture, and it's exclusive store here on the island, so they don't let me really film. But it did work fantastic. And I didn't notice the tag, the for sale tag at the consignment store on the Chase Lounge that I was cleaning. When I saw that it was a $3,200 Chase Lounge, custom built, I'm like, oh yeah, thank goodness I'm using a end cap product on it, because it was a straight polished cotton. I did rinse it as well with a little bit of citric acid, just to prevent any browning at all on the cotton. The camera doesn't really pick up the complete. You see where the foam was thicker on the sponge, but it's a really even application, so you're not going to have any watermarks or cleaner areas than other areas. It's very even. You'll see that as we go along. I'll show you the final results. In most cases with this application, the back of the couch really just needed vacuuming. My wife vacuumed it thoroughly, got all the dust out of it. But it does get pushed up close to the wall, so nobody's touching it or passing by it. So just the smooth sponge application is probably plenty of cleaning. That's all you need. It is cleaning it as I sponge over it, kind of like washing a car. And again, it's just a dry foam that will encapsulate. So there's really no need to go over the backside with the drill. You can if you want to. But some of these cotton upholstered items, the backs are just free floating, so there's nothing behind it. This is a damp polar pad. It does a fantastic job of absorbing the encapsulated soils. I'll try and show you as we go. The Ryobi drill, I like the corded drill because I don't have to worry about charging the batteries on my tack drill. And it always has the right amount of watts so that it spins however I want it. I have 2 speeds on this. All right, let's have a look at the pad. You can see definitely removing the soil. Try and do the old classic contrast. There it is. Oh yeah. All right, we're going to repeat the process. My wife will apply the dry foam encapsulating solution. Technically, this product that's being put together has the ability to, you can just brush it on and not use anything other than a vacuum to vacuum it off, just like true encapsulation. So you would actually apply the product, just take a brush, brush it, and then vacuum off any residue and it should come clean. But take a look at that, looking fantastic. Super clean. Yes, it is a very effective yet simple process. It will dry all evenly once I'm completely done. And then this chair, a little bit more moisture right there on the back where the head is. And then here we're using actually a Meguiar's automotive leather cleaner conditioner. At this particular point, NCAP store does not offer any leather cleaners. I'm sure I could clean it with Green Dragon or something, but with leather, you want to make sure you're using a cream that has a conditioner in it so it doesn't dry it out, especially over here in the sun. If you don't use the proper leather cleaner and conditioner, it's going to dry out and crack, and we don't want that. So I am working with Damon over at NCAP store. I don't know if he's going to come up with a leather product, but look at those results. And that little bag I got at Walmart. I think it was 20 bucks. It's like a huge lunchbox, I think, but it has lots of compartments. Works great for an upholstery bag. Alrighty then, here we are in the breakfast area. We are going to be cleaning the fabric on 24 dining room chairs, the seat cushion, the back cushion, and then the back side as well. And I believe these are also a cotton blend. So I'm going to be doing the exact same process here. I'm not going to be injecting any water into it. I'm not going to be running hoses or cords or tripping over myself or getting water on the floors. I am going to rinse out my sponge. That's the microfiber side. There's the mesh side. Like I said, you can rinse it out while you're on the job in the bathroom area. Or if you complete one job and you take it home, you can throw it in the laundry with your pads. Looking great. Don't have to wring it all the way out. A little bit of moisture is not going to hurt anything. It'll just help apply the dry foam. I believe in this video my wife will be using the white distilled vinegar to rinse after we apply the dry foam encapsulator, pad cap it, and then she'll squirt it with a bottle of white distilled vinegar and go over it once again. You can see these don't look too bad. It's hard to tell on the camera, but the bull nose in the front, the lip there, and then up where the back of the head is, gets pretty dirty. The lighting's kind of pretty good in here, so you should be able to see. But I'll apply this evenly. Again, camera doesn't really do justice as to how it's looking from the physical eye. It is definitely being applied on there beautifully. A lot of the actual cleaning is happening right here as I apply this product because it's a flat material. So a lot of the soils are being transferred right now into the bottom of the sponge. Look at that even spray.
Yeah, no,
man, I can't wait till this product is out of design and fully available. It will make things simple. Some people don't like aerosol. You can still, if you get a good foamer or a good foaming gun, or if you want to whip up awesome end cap in a bucket and just grab the foam off the top, you could do that. I don't mind the aerosol cans. I've learned along the way. I used to use 409, but the product's not safe for everything, so that's why I've got Damon working on this product for me. A little trick with any aerosol cans that you may be using. If it's wintertime and the cans get cold, they don't spray properly. Something happens, the liquid gets condensed, and then you get a lot of liquid. You don't get as much foam. There's the vinegar. She did tell me she put a drop of the War on Pea in with the vinegar just to help with any odors from the vinegar. Probably wasn't necessary. We're in here by ourselves. Excuse me. However, back to the aerosol cans, what I learned, and the reason I like aerosol cans, is I'll bring a bucket and I'll fill it up with hot water and I'll set my aerosol cans in the bucket of warm water or hot water. And that heats the cans up to room temperature, so that even in the winter, I pull one out and it's ready to spray, at 70 degrees or whatever you want, room temperature. There is the white distilled vinegar with probably a small glug of the War on Pea. It won't hurt anything. It just has a fabulous smell. I tell you, when it comes to enzymes, and it's a cleaning enzyme as well. I've actually cleaned floors with the War on Pea. Stuff is amazing. If you haven't tried it, definitely recommend War on Pea, the enzyme. You can spray it as a post-treatment. You can use it as a cleaner. You can soak down areas where they've urinated, let it sit. You can add a little bit to your white distilled vinegar Or if you're someone who's spotting with ammonia, you could probably put just a pinch of that and it would disguise the strong pungent smell. Here I am, attention to detail, always important. I did notice that the backs of the chairs, the pad kind of flipped some of the foam back onto just that center bar. Had we not noticed that, it would have dried down to kind of a sticky, icky matter, and we don't want that. So there you go, attention to detail. I'll be putting the chairs back in position when we're completely done, making sure that there's nothing on the floors. If I have to bring in a wet mop, I can, but I don't think that's going to be necessary. This system is very simple, yet very effective. Dry within 30 minutes. Non-invasive. It's not going to damage any fabrics. Leaves no watermarks. So there you go. If you watched my first video, we cleaned all the hallways, all the commercial carpet with the swirly machine. And then here's the after product of the lobby. All the furniture. Oh yeah, looking good. If you want products like I'm using, link in the description. Appreciate y'all watching. I'll see you in my next episode.